All right, what's up, guys? So, yeah, I seen this tweet a while back, and I just wanted to add my opinion to it, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, whatever happens to Battlefield 6, we're gonna just have to accept it, because this is EA that we're talking about, so they can make it seem like that it's gonna be one of the best games of all time right now. What concerns me is that this game's gonna come out and it's gonna flop because there's something alongside with it that's like, nah, bruh, like we thought we were getting like the Battlefield, like Bad Company 2, 3, and 4 Battlefield games. Like, what's this, So yeah, it's like the thing is this. Beta was fun. Like I did play, I managed to get in a game during the like beta testing and stuff. And yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it had like a good foundation when it came to multiplayer. Now, as far as the rest of the game, that's the part that concerns me. I'm like, what story mode, or yeah, the campaign gonna be like? What's because usually the Battlefield games, they do always have like a third mode and stuff. Like, what other content is going to be inside this game? Because like I mean, like, what, like last time we did get like a really solid Battlefield game, it was like, what, Battlefield 1 or 5, but prior before that, it was like a game along the likings where it was like, it was up there. It was like it was probably at the time being one of the best games that was out. But yeah, Battlefield 3 and 4, but it was like, you look at all the other games afterwards, it was like they didn't really stand out like Battlefield 3 and 4, especially 3. 3 was like, bro, like, because Bad Company 2 had already had laid out a foundation for Battlefield. So it was like with 3, you see it where you're able to fly jets, helicopters. Like, they literally put you in the middle of a battleground and stuff. So that's why I was like, yeah, with Battlefield, it was like some next level stuff. But then as the years went on, that's why I'm like, and that's what I'm concerned about, because I don't know what this game is when it's like fully out. That's why I'm like, I just think that a lot of the times, like, games need to have like an early access thing. So at least then it's like, we get to play the game a little bit longer. We get to, and I think they should do that, because I do see where some games they'll do that. They'll have like they'll put the game in early access, or they'll put the game out, but they have it where there's this, like, Steam more so does it, but there's this way of where you can get like early access to an update before it like drops. So I think like that's what they should do with their games, I guess, like, so people have more time to play them. People have more time, because your experience may be different than another person's experience, or you start playing the game off when it very first like when it releases and things, but then after some time, then you start seeing it for its true colors. That's what I'm saying. I just think games, they need to drop like this beta, 2-day thing, and have it where it's like, yeah, just put the game in early access. There ain't gonna be nothing wrong with that. So, but anyways, yeah, I just felt like that needed to, I needed to get that out real quick. But no, let's talk about this though. This tweet, will Battlefield 6 have like the skins like how Call of Duty and Fortnite and all that stuff? It's not needed. My thing is this: if they do like where it's like characters based off of the game, then yeah, sure, go for it. But if it's like random people, like, I'm not trying, it's either, I think what if they are gonna do that, it either needs to be characters in the game or people that stream your guys' game on a regular. So like, my thing is this: like, let's say if I was like strictly a Battlefield streamer, I think people will rather see me running around, like, yeah, if I'm known for playing Battlefield, I got streams, clips, videos, all this other stuff, then yeah, then I think that's it should be people that are like, making your guys' game popular. But it shouldn't be like, oh, let's add somebody that most likely doesn't even know about our game or hasn't even played it. And that was the part that tripped me out when they added Beavis and Butthead in Call of Duty. They've never mentioned Call of Duty in any Beavis and Butthead episode. And it was like, maybe, I don't know, because I think, didn't the show come back? Like, I don't know if it's still on or not. But anyways, no, yeah, it is, because they be showing commercials for it and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm like, I don't know, maybe recently they mentioned Call of Duty, or I don't know. But overall, though, it's like, but you have people like that. Or who else? Nicki Minaj. I'm like, when have we seen Nicki Minaj on Twitch, Kick, or whatever streaming Call of Duty? I'm like, we've never seen that. So that's what I'm saying. It needs to be people that are into Battlefield. Like, have it where it's the voice actors. Have it where it's the but yeah, maybe have it where they're decked out in military clothes and stuff, but it's their liking. So the one dude, I think I remember he passed away. He was on that one TV show, The Wire. I can't think of that guy's name by heart, but Michael Kenneth Williams. Yeah, there was like he had rest in peace to him. But yeah, he was in Battlefield 4, and I remember he was kind of doing some stuff for 2042. I'm like, yeah, have it where it's like he comes back as a character that you can play as and stuff. But yeah, it needs to be characters from the video game, not random people and things. So but anyway, yeah, have it where it's like, you know, they reprise like their roles. Like, you know, if they do decide to do like some season stuff, they come back, say a few things for a commercial or for a YouTube video, and then yeah, you know, it's like, oh, okay, cool. It's like it's staying within the family, the Battlefield family and stuff. But when you start adding in other people that ain't even, you know, they ain't got no sort of relations with Battlefield the series, it's like, yeah, bro, come on now. Like, yeah, have it where if it's the voice actors, characters from the game, or even the developers. I'd rather see it where it's all like, oh, Battlefield developer pack, where it's like, you know, oh, you now get to run around the Battlefield as one of the developers for the game. I'd rather see that, you know, but anyways, yeah, hopefully though they don't go down the route like it's like, fam, just stick to the formula of what Battlefield Bad Company 2, 3, and 4 was. I guarantee and I promise you the game's not gonna fail. But it's like, and that's the thing where it's like, you guys sit down and think about it. It's like with movies, music, TV shows, like what usually happens when they start changing up stuff. Like, let's say the Office for an example. What happened when Steve Carell, when he left the show? I ain't gonna say that the show wasn't funny anymore, but I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people that were watching that show for Michael, the Steve Carell's character and stuff. So what do you think happened when he left the show? People most likely stopped watching it. I'm trying to think of some other oh, The Walking Dead. That's another example. Yeah, it's like when key characters was getting killed off of that show, people wasn't really a fan of it no more. People were telling me that they wasn't watching that show. But even if you look at like music, where it's like an artist will just out of nowhere change up their genre or something, and you don't really have it where it's like, yeah, sometimes it works out where it's like, okay, if they wasn't really doing nothing with this, then but I guess like if we were to have that Battlefield in that example, it's like, yeah, it would have made sense if you guys had started off kind of shaky and then you're like trying to do different things to the game to make it better. But it's like the game was already good back then, so it's like, that's why it's like, you know, for an example, the rap duo, the brothers Clips, you know, it's like you hear their music today and you hear their music from back then, there ain't really no difference, but they still got that same core fan base. That's all that matters. If you're trying to get new people involved in the game, it's like, yeah, then you're gonna have all these different ideas that's not even gonna be needed for the game. So that's why I'm like, fam, listen to the people that actually want good for this game. Don't just be doing a bunch of different random stuff. I guarantee and I promise you it's going to be successful for Battlefield if you listen to the core fans, all right? So that's talking to EA, DICE, whoever. But with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.